Greetings and fellow adventurers, welcome to the MNmaxed podcast. We want to thank you for joining us, and you do so as we continue the Extinction curse. As always, we want to invite you to come join our Discord where you can hang out with us and other listeners of the show. And some Patreon stuff, longtime patron Wolf has upgraded his subscription from on the table to our highest level, joining Rock Jedi at the MNmaxed level. Other patrons at our big number level and above are Emily S., Thunder Mammoth, Jason K., Just Mike Works, and Ross D. Upgrading to the big number level this week is Callistria's specialty item. In addition, we have new patrons this month, Tracy B. and Natasha. Thanks so much to you and all of our patrons. Your support is extremely appreciated. And now a recap of Session 55. We arrive to the port at Carrick and immediately are approached by Opper Vandy. He greets us and is very excited. He shows us the plot of land where our circus will go and gives us some info. He also invites us to dinner. First, though, we head to the library where we learn some things. We head to Opper's for dinner. He has a really nice house and shows us around. We talk about our exploits and Bernard exposes at him. Vandy offhandedly mentions that the weather and growing here has been somewhat worse of late. Eventually, he also tells us he's haunted. He's having nightmares, he sees people die, and then in real life, they die. He wants our help, but he also seems really cagey about the whole thing. Eventually, we get it out of him that he kind of fucked someone over on a loan, and this seems to be the source of the haunting. Or at least we think it is, we really don't have any idea. We get a bit more info and eventually head to bed. The Wizard and Peach Pie stay at Opper's. Rather uninvitedly so. The next day, we begin heading to the first tower, and on the way, plan to check on some clues to Opper's haunting. On our way to Matt and Cleve, we happen across a group of Shoonie farmers under attack by a gang of, well, we'll have to find out.
You guys come up to the top of a hill on the road. You look down, and on a grassy flat of land, you see an overturned cart. And around that cart are 5 small, dog-like humanoids. This overturned cart, surrounded by Shoonies, has 4 creatures who you don't see fully, but you certainly know are there from the bulging earth. What seems to be a fin of sorts pops out from the top of the earth as they circle the Shoonies.
Are these fucking bullets? These look like bullets.
Every now and then, one of them will breach the surface of the ground and leap through the air. And as they're jumping through the air, they claw at the Shoonies.
Sandshrews?
What?
Please, someone Pokemon reference me right now.
I'm sorry, I can't.
They look like Sandshrews, like a little more fucked up rock, like a rock type Sandshrew.
Sandslash?
Alright, fine. A little too cute to be Sandshrew, I guess.
I think it's cute.
Things are adorbs!
Look at the claws, man.
They rip you to fucking pieces, but they're adorable.
It's got 6.
They are, in fact, huge creatures. At the end of their leaps, they do dive back into the earth and continue to circle round the Shoonies.
Right now, are they just like threatening the Shoonies, or do some look injured?
None of them look injured right now. It looks like you're just getting there before the slaughter.
You don't think these guys can defend themselves?
See,
It's true.
It's got a sickle.
This
He's
is-
okay. He can fight.
He's a druid.
That's for harvesting.
He is a tiller, so they're farmers. Definitely simple. They don't have any obvious weapons on them.
A tiller the pug.
Attila the Pug.
Wow. If anything, you see
pretty
they are holding, to defend themselves, hoes and sticks.
Hose.
Bitches with hose.
Shoonies with hoes.
Yeah, but the dogs.
Name of the episode.
Could be female. Bitches with hose.
Bitches with
Shoonies and hose.
They could be female. We don't know.
Well,
They could be.
are you gonna
That's what I'm
check?
saying.
Yes.
Um,
Probably.
No.
No, don't check.
What I will do is roll initiative.
Yes, please, everybody.
Yeah, me too.
Everybody roll initiative. At the top of round 1, the wizard You go first.
And none of these the huge creatures are above ground. They're all underground.
They're all underground, yes. You do see them breach occasionally to leap through the air and attack with their claws.
Guys, I'm worthless.
Kill the dogs.
Should I?
As turtle.
Kill the shoonies, kill the shoonies.
I'm gonna use my first 2 actions to use invisibility and go invisible. And then third action, I'm gonna start going towards the shoonies.
After the wizard, one of the huge creatures bursts through the air and lands right next to one of the shoonies. And he actually has to make an athletics check on that. The bullet succeeds.
The what?
It was just a 20. Yeah, you already guessed it anyways. We'll give you details if you want to find out.
I'm
with the
gonna
recall
do
knowledge.
it. I'm gonna do a recall knowledge.
In the meantime, though, he was just doing a long jump, and it was 20 feet, and he will make a claw attack on one of the shoonies.
What a dick.
Gets a 19 on the die for a 40 to hit. He's gonna slice through the shoonie entirely with one
There will not
slice.
be shoonies for very long, guys.
Man.
Plus
to save
21
them.
to hit. I have a 24 AC.
Yeah, and they do 2d8 plus 10 damage, and the shoonies have
I'm bitching about the same thing for like forever, but we
Like,
still come out on top.
16.
All right, boys.
I'm just
The
saying,
shoonies have
man. It's
16
gonna roll
hit points.
3 to hit me.
they do 2d8 plus 10 damage, and the shoonies have 16 hit points.
Like you said, there's still ones on dices, eh?
Like, I don't give a shit about us. These shoonies are not gonna last long.
I don't want to see the little shoonies get killed. They've got to be an endangered species.
They're
They're
very
just
rare.
very, very rare.
I feel like they're killing panda bears right now.
The creature digs deeper into the earth, going out of sight.
Thank God you said Earth. I thought you were going to say digs deeper into like the shoonies. I was just going to be more upset than I already am.
It's going to be upsetting, David, and I apologize ahead of time.
Care very little.
All right.
These are cat folk. Just kidding. I've already killed one of those too.
The creature that is to the north of the shoonies does something similar, but this time leaps straight up out of the earth and dives down right next to 2 of the other shoonies. It's going to make a high jump check. Get a natural 20 on the jump. So he doubles the height of the jump. On his way down, he will claw twice instead of once.
Seriously? Is that in the book? Like, that's just how bullets work? They critically succeed?
On this particular maneuver, they get 2 claw strikes instead of 1, yes. This one rolls a 4, gets a 25, critically hits the shoonie,
Poor little pug.
and that shoonie takes
I'm putting a fucking trigger warning on this episode.
37 points of damage.
Our first ever trigger warning.
And unfortunately, another shoonie.
I'm gonna revive them into skeletons and have shooty skeletons.
Okay, I can live with that.
Good idea. And with its second claw swipe,
What? A
Rolls an
25 still crit? Oh my god.
Hey guys, they're just
dumb.
dying. We can save. We are doing stabilize checks for these guys. Hear me, Tyler?
yeah, I heard you. No, I
Just
agree.
it
I
Wait,
agree.
do these guys get dying levels?
says dying.
Oh shit, we're gonna save them all.
They're NPCs. They can have dying.
Run in there and just hit a 3-action heal.
Quick, let's name them all so you can't kill them.
I'm not
Yes.
bringing them back to life. We want them to just die over and over again.
Quick, name them all.
Name them all so Tyler feels bad.
If they happen to survive their stabilize checks, I will gladly bring them back. But I'm not healing them mid-combat just so they can get one shot.
I'm calling one of them Professor Pug.
Considering every single one of these is going to be at dying 4 or dying 2 just to start off with.
Yeah, dying too to stop because
yeah.
they're all getting crit.
And it's not taking much. They don't have much health.
I've
Yes,
noticed.
A third shoonie goes down to a raging bullet. Jebediah, it's your turn.
You just want to nope the fuck out of this one?
And does that one disappear also?
No, I want to save the pugs.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
So-
sorry. I'd have to be clear. Third action burrows down.
I activate tremor sense.
You have that?
Nope,
Nice.
I don't. So there's
Do
that.
they have that? Because then I'm fucked anyways.
They probably do.
Yeah. So much for being invisible. I don't know why I even thought.
This one's up on the ground still?
They are visible enough for you to target them. They're kind of skimming along the surface of the
I was
earth.
zoomed out. Oh, but why is there only 2 then?
There are 4.
Those are the all.
2 of them have burrowed down.
Completely. Okay.
Yeah, completely.
I almost feel like a fireball would have been more merciful than letting them get torn apart by these claws.
I'll move up and I'm going to cast Impaling Spike
Oh.
on number 2. If I could get a reflex save from it.
You absolutely can.
Do bad.
I will certainly try. 20.
Aha! So first off, the target will take 8d6.
That's a good thing when you say first off and then 8d6. Not bad.
And then the failure includes the target is impaled through the leg or another non-vital body part. The creature takes full damage, and if is standing on solid ground, I'm just because of the way this works, this should have to work. It's a spike going through the ground, and he's burrowing. I think it means it's solid ground if he's flying.
Okay. No, that's all right. That's all right. So, like, the spike comes from the earth?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, the conjure spike that thrusts up from the earth beneath a target creature. Yeah, beneath him. Yeah. If the target is standing on solid ground, he becomes immobilized and cannot attempt to escape. The DC is your spell. He can attempt to escape. The DC is my spell. While it remains impaled, it takes damage from any weakness to cold iron it has at the end of each of its turns.
Oh, interesting.
What does that last part mean, though?
Because in 2E, weakness causes damage. Like if something's cold iron, it has weakness cold iron 5.
Oh.
It would take 5 damage each turn.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, the main point is this guy can't escape unless he breaks my 27 reflex.
Okay. And he's immobilized, correct?
Immobilized unless escaping. Yeah.
Unless he escapes. All right. So the way I pictured this one is that spike would come up from underneath him while he's burrowing in the ground. It would actually make him breach the surface, and he's impaled on this earthen spike through one of his legs. So he is now exposed and out in the open. Well done.
And then, Jesus Wiz, why'd you move so far up?
I'm invisible.
Oh, are you okay? I was gonna have Turtle come defend you, but you're invisible.
I just don't know if they have tremor sense.
Turtle is going to just kind of position upwards here and be good to go.
Well, then after Jebediah, Moonlight, it's your turn.
It's a long ways away. I am going to cast a spell on this one that's exposed. I need a will save.
Okay. Get a 23 on a will save.
Okay, so that fails, does not critically fail. So this is Phantasmal Killer. One living creature. It will take 10d6 mental damage, which will be 33 damage. Not great rolls, about average though, I guess. And become frightened too.
All right. And that's the one that's been impaled by Jebediah's spike, correct?
Yes. Oh, maybe I should have gone for the farther one that wasn't impaled. Probably doesn't matter. Focus fire and kill this thing. And then third action, I will move forward. That will be my turn.
Then after Moonlight, it is not the one that's impaled, but the one that's just barely visible under the surface of the earth. It stops in its circle and turns back towards his friend that was impaled. With his first action, moves up there and sticks its head out to get a look, and it starts sniffing around. And it looks towards Jebediah, uses its second action to dive 10 feet down under his friend who is impaled. And with his second and third actions, bursts out right next to Jebediah, with its claws raking. But it actually used all of its actions, so it doesn't get to actually claw anybody. All right. Then that goes to our impaled friend. He has to make an escape check, correct?
Yeah.
Which means I think it can make an athletics check.
Definitely yes.
Yeah, athletics. Straight athletics check here to attempt to escape the impaling spike. Rolls a 17 on the dice, gets a 36 to escape. Then with its second action, lumbers over land right next to the wizard. but it ignores you and swipes at Jebediah with a claw. 37 to
Oofta.
hit.
Oofta. That's a critical.
Oofta critical hit. Here comes 35 points
God, they have
of
a
slashing damage.
They have a 15-foot reach.
They're huge, and they certainly do.
Does it say they have a 15-foot reach, or are they long and not large?
That's a good question.
Yeah, the long versus tall thing is so weird.
And I don't know if it actually works out with huge animals.
And you could argue it doesn't work out for large either, but it doesn't actually state anything in there. It states it on their character sheet. So if the character sheet doesn't actually say the range, they don't have it.
However, for huge, it still says it typically has a reach of 15 feet if the creature is tall, or 10 feet if the creature is long.
I certainly don't think they seem like they'd be tall.
Tall doesn't really land for me with this creature.
All right, Turtle's got a 10-foot reach.
No, I think it's a valid argument. We're gonna say still pops up right next to the wizard. Spencer, you gotta give yourself that 35 health back. We're cutting the hit. He's just moving into position.
It helps to be a douche.
One of the shooneys, clustered in a circle next to the cart, realizes that your interference has created an opening and runs
Oh god.
to the
Oh
south.
god. I've seen too many movies. I know this is gonna go.
Yeah, it's gonna pop out of the ground and eat him and
that
dive
guy
back into the
is
ground as he
fucked.
runs away.
With all three actions, he gets 75 feet away, just running for the south, just like, and of course,
Run, little one!
of course, his heavy breathing run is particularly bad because they're pug people. Exactly. It's Peach Pie's turn.
Holy shit, thank God. I move into flanking with one action, I rage with the second action, and then I finally get to do something. I attack. Good God, that took forever.
I suppose we're still round one.
Yeah. Yeah, we are, buddy.
Make sure they're flat-footed. And
I did. 27 to hit.
That's a hit.
Fantastic. I will deal him boom 30 damage. Okay, it's not that much, but 30 damage. And I'm done. That's the end of my turn.
You hear a big clang on the armor as your bludgeoning hammer hits it. One of the other shooneys runs in the opposite direction of his compatriot.
Run away!
not the dumbest thing they could have done.
No, that's actually smart.
And runs off the map
There
to
are
the
still
north.
2 of these creatures.
And those were the only 2 currently, quote, living.
Oh yeah, the other 3 are unconscious.
The other 3 are unconscious.
Oh man.
Which takes us to the top of round 2. I just want to recap round 1.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just kidding, David. Wizard, it's your turn.
Yeah, you kind of have to hit Jeb no matter what, don't you?
Or do something different. Just kill this one.
I have something,
Kill this one so they
I
don't have
something
flanking
else
on
in
Jeb.
mind too, but it doesn't help you guys at all. It helped the Shooneys.
Well, I'm okay with that.
I'm invisible. I could honestly just run over, pull out a potion, pour it down one of the Shooneys' throats,
They've made threatening gestures towards Jeb.
and save one of them at least.
The wizard has shown to be rather mercurial, so sometimes he cares, sometimes he doesn't.
Well, my thought is these guys haven't actually attacked us yet.
Oh, you mean the Bulettes?
The Violets haven't actually attacked us yet, have they?
No, no, they haven't.
They have gotten into position to do so, though.
Well, the Wiz is going to wait until someone actually gets hurt. He's going to go 10, 20, 30 feet up to the closest Shoonie. Second action will be to pull out a lesser elixir of life, and I will pour it down the Shoonie's throat.
All right.
13, so 19. He's full HP, and that is all of my actions, but to end my turn... Is he still unconscious, or is he conscious now?
Forcing the potion down his throat, you wake him up in that process, I would say.
Okay. I'm going to tell him just lay there, play dead. Play dead, buddy. And I pat him on the head, too. Just play dead. Wait until we clean up, or kill these creatures.
Play dead. He rolls over, and he puts his feet in the air.
Yeah, he does the thing where he puts his paws on his face.
Just wait until I tell you it's safe.
After the wizard, it is that particular Shoonie's turn.
Probably freaking out because I'm still invisible.
He's freaking out just a touch, but he does as he's told.
Good boy. Good boy. Another pat in the head.
His tongue lolls out of his mouth, but he looks really confused about it. All right. Well, that's going to take us to this one. This boulette comes to the surface and starts looking around. But when he surfaces, he does so basically in the wizard's square, just to the edge of it. I'm not going to force the wizard to take any damage or anything here, but you are going to get shunted to the north as you have to step back from the boulette cresting.
Part of me was afraid that he's going to grab the body and pull it down with him.
He snorts, he looks, doesn't see anything. With his third action, burrows under the ground and goes to back up his compatriots. So he ignores the recently revived and currently playing dead Shoonie, does not recognize the Wiz invisible there next to him, and starts to move toward the fray with his friends. Which brings us to the first dying Shoonie. Gets a 5 on his recovery roll. Goes dying 3. Then we go to the second dying Shoonie. Gets an 11.
Which means it goes to dying 3.
Which means it goes to dying 3 as well. We've got 2 Shoonies bleeding out. Like the one before, the last bullet comes out of the ground and also makes a seek action. Completely ignores the fact that the Shoonie is there and alive and the wizard is there as well. Sees that there's a battle or an encounter happening off to the east with Jebediah and Moonlight and Peach Pie, and Turtle's there as well. Burrows under the Shoonies and the wizard to join. Jebediah, it's your turn.
Kill it.
All right. I will make an attack on the one that I've been attacking. Number 2, not a plus 27 like they have, but 23 to hit.
23 misses.
A second attack with a 13.
Nope.
Turtle's gonna move in and strike at for attacking. He'll get a 20 on the dice.
Turtle critical hit.
He'll bite into this rock thing. It's a 34.
Shit. Turtle sees the creatures getting in Jebediah's grill and surrounding him, and just grabs one by the throat, cracks its neck, and takes it down.
That will be my turns.
Then after the first bullet gets downed by Turtle, Moonlight, it's your turn.
Okay, Moonlight's gonna dig into one of their first bag of tricks here. See if we can target all 3 of these ones that are still surviving. And I am going to drop a Shadow Blast on them.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
That's a new spell, isn't it?
Yep. You shape the quasi-real substance of the shadow plane into a blast. Choose acid, bludgeoning, cold, electricity, fire, force, piercing, slashing, or sonic damage. And choose either a 30-foot cone, a 15-foot burst within 120 feet, or a 50-foot line. The blast deals 5d8 damage of the type you choose to each creature in the area.
That's the most versatile blast spell I think I've ever heard read aloud.
Yep.
Wow. It's basically every damage type? Were there any missing?
Basically anything
Force? Sonic?
except for oh nope, slashing, piercing, force, sonic, yeah, it's all in there.
Bludgeoning?
Basically anything.
Wow.
Yep. Basically any damage type.
That's a
other than
great
negative.
fucking spell.
And I can also shape the area
blast?
also.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Is that your new 5th level spell?
That is one of my new 5th level spells.
Fuck.
The target gets to choose whether it wants to make a reflex or will save, though.
Really? It chooses?
Yes.
I'll be damned.
I guess I don't know what
Which
to do.
type do they want?
Do they want or do I want? That's my problem.
I mean, it's target's choice.
So I'm going to have them make reflex saves here. We've got a 28, 2 28s, and a 19.
Okay, so I think that's 2 saves and a failure. Yes, 2 saves and a failure. So, not great for me. So that's 5d8 to each of them. So either 19 or 9.
Okay. So one of them takes 19, the other 2 take 9.
So these tree stumps and stuff, are those actually there?
Yeah, they're trees.
Okay, so that's something I could hide behind?
Easily.
Okay, so I am going to use as part of this spell has the shadow trait. So I will use my focus spell, or one of them, called Dim the Light, which I don't think I've actually used before because it hasn't made a whole lot of sense. So trigger is you cast a darkness or shadow spell. As a reaction, I magnify the darkness from the triggering effect, causing the ambient light level to flicker briefly so you can easily slip from sight. You can immediately attempt a stealth check to hide, and you can become hidden to a creature even if you don't have cover and aren't otherwise concealed from that creature. You cease being hidden at the end of your turn unless you move into a cover or become concealed before then.
That's cool as shit. So you cast a shadowy spell, then like all of the light where we're at flickers. And we're outside.
What'd you do to the sun?
Yeah, the light flickers, and in that flicker, you don't see moonlight anymore.
It's almost as though you're putting us in moonlight.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna make a stealth check. Get a 33.
Damn, that's against their perception DC?
Yeah.
That's all three of them, I think, yeah.
And then with my third action, I'm gonna move behind this stump to hide.
Yeah.
So sorry, that was a lot and a lot of new stuff. So
no, it's okay. There's a lot that happened there. And what kind of damage did you choose?
I had seen Peach Pie do bludgeoning damage earlier, and it seemed like it took it all, so I chose bludgeoning damage.
So I would imagine like shadowy tendrils come from the center of this 15-foot burst and just start pounding on the boulettes, just smacking them around. And when that light flickers and moonlight disappears, the boulettes look very confused and disoriented. And one of them, the one that's right in front of Jebediah, spends its first action to seek moonlight. Can't find them, though. Since it can't find moonlight with its second action, it's going to start retaliating on Jebediah. Rude. This one's with a jaw attack. The 27 to hit.
Spot on, mate.
19 points piercing damage. With its third action, it will move over to Turtle, who killed his friend. Oh, that's right. That brings us to a shoonie, who continues to run southward. Peach Pie, it's your turn.
I will get up to the northeast corner of the Bulette that has moved up to Turtle. Can't quite get into flanking, but that's okay. Second action, I will make an attack and get a 23 to hit, which looks like it misses. And with my third action, I will make another attack. And that's a 24, which also misses, I'm afraid.
That is correct.
End turn.
All right, and after Peach Pie, the shoonie to the north continues running, which takes us to the top of round 3. Wizard, it's your turn.
No matter how I do this, I'm right in the pit and Jeb is moving to shoot.
Trying to fireball or what?
Cone of Cold.
That's a 60 foot.
It's a 60-foot cone.
Well, you get fucking Turtle out of your fucking death spray, dude.
That's not me. I'm not the one doing that.
That's me trying to figure out a way that
I would never hurt Turtle. I would just hurt you.
You can hurt Jeb all you want.
I guess I'm just gonna color spray 2 of them.
All right, we've got a 23 will save and a 17 will save.
17's a critical failure. 23 is just a failure. So the failed one is the creature is stunned 1, blinded for 1 round, and dazzled for 1 minute. The critical failure is creature is stunned for 1 round and blinded for 1 minute.
And what level did you cast it at?
5th level, so I'm assuming we're good.
Oh yeah, that'd be level 11 creature.
Oh, and since that was 2nd level invisibility, I'm now visible since that was a hostile action. So my third action, I am going to run away. My issue is my closest ally is Moonlight, but I don't really want to bring them to you, Moonlight.
Please
Swanee
don't.
just like, nope, don't do that.
Please don't.
So do I go opposite direction?
You don't even know where I am.
Yeah, Moonlight's actually hiding really well.
We're just gonna hide behind tree stumps.
I'm gonna go run behind this tree stump. I don't have an action to take cover, but I'm just gonna go run back there.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Then after the wizard becomes visible, the shoonie that you were standing next to gasps slightly.
And is blinded by how colorful my cloak is.
Wait, did you hit?
And the color
Oh,
spray.
yeah. I was just saying, did you hit it with the color spray?
Just see colors flying out and a very colorful looking elf.
All right, Then first is the bullet who was... This one was the critical failure. So he loses his entire turn to stun for 1 round, which takes us to 2 shooneys running in opposite directions.
No, those are the dead shooneys.
Those are the dead ones? Oh, you're right. Those are dead shooneys.
They need to roll to make sure, see if they're dead.
This is their last one. The 2 remaining dying, bleeding out shooneys, dying 3, need to make a 13 or higher on this recovery roll.
Poor little bastards.
First one. Oh!
Another 5.
Ouch.
That shoonie just had no will to live.
I swear it was on a 13 and then rolled down to the 5.
Uh-huh.
One of the shooneys bleeds out and stops kicking.
Too many mouths to feed.
The second gets a 14 on the recovery roll.
That's a success.
Goes down to dying 2. So stops bleeding. Well done, buddy. Good boy. That takes us over to the other bullet that got color sprayed. This one is stunned 1, so loses its first action to the stunned condition. But it's also blinded. So it's going to take its first action to seek the thing that blinded it. It starts sniffing the air.
How would it know which direction he went?
I would imagine it would know which direction it got sprayed with glitter from. Okay, so this will be going against the wizard's stealth DC, which is...
I'm sure super high.
Not terrible, actually. It's 24, but that's still not quite enough. The bullet spots the wizard. Can't attack, but with its third action, moves within range. Jebediah, it's your turn.
Jeb will put himself in flanking while also gaining flanking for both of my comrades, Turtle and Peach Pie.
Yeah, that'll work.
And I will attack the one that threatening Turtle. We'll get a not that great strike. How about a 28?
28 hits.
And we'll hit him with 24.
Nice. That takes us to Moonlight.
Moonlight doesn't know what they should do yet. You know what? We're just gonna go the old standby.
Soundburst?
Hideous laughter.
There's a couple of standbys. Soundburst, Hideous Laughter, the book.
The books are the standby.
I was thinking books.
Books are the standby, you're right.
Non-cantrip, I think Hideous Laughter is one I use the most. I need a will save.
All right. We will get a natural 1 on the will save. 15 total, which will critically fail.
That definitely critically fails. The target falls prone and can't use actions or reactions for 1 round. It is then slowed 1 and can't use reactions, as long as I sustain.
Damn. So basically it just loses an entire round.
Yep.
All right, Tyler, can you give me a Bulette laughing?
That one's way better than mine was. I like how it's like a dying walrus. I like the dying walrus.
It's like a walrus laughing, or...
That's just how my grandma lives.
Oh, I like it. All right.
And thirdly...
These guys are all sorts of debuffed up right now.
Kind of the name of the game with Tui. I mean, I guess I'll cast Shield.
You could take cover again, I guess. I mean,
none of them can do anything.
Yeah, I suppose that's a good point.
I guess I can hide behind this one. That gives me a mechanical AC bonus, right?
Technically, but then again, so does Shield.
Yeah, what is Shield up to these days?
Actually, that's a good point. Does Shield heighten at all?
Shield heighten 5th.
It's just
the hardness. The hardness goes up, which is still useful if I have to shield block.
But I was just thinking about this last night. Like, I was so disappointed that shield bonuses were only 2 and didn't go up. But then I realized that the math stays so tight all the way through. 2 is still good, no matter where you're at. Or +1, I guess it is.
Yeah, that is.
So yeah, I'll just use shield, because then I have the option to shield block in the event something does actually attack me.
That does take us to a large rolling on the ground laughing Bulette, which again, just insert Spencer Walrus noise here. That takes us over to, let's see, is this the shoonie that's plain dead? Nope, this is a shoonie that's continuing to run away. Peach Pie, it's your turn.
All right, well, let's just attack. I've got flanking there with Jeb. We're attacking.
Technically, you don't right now.
Hey,
don't?
You have to 5 foot down.
You have to cross two opposite sides.
I see. Gotcha. All right, well, then I'll do that. I'll take a 5 foot step. Well, it's already prone, isn't it? It's on the ground. I don't need
It
to do
is,
that.
technically, you're right.
So I'm not
Absolutely.
going to move. So I will just simply attack it. And I will get a 37 to hit.
37 is a hit.
But not a
Even
crit?
a crit.
Not a crit.
Jeez.
I will deal it 31 damage.
All right.
And I will attack again.
How was it not a crit when I hit it with 27 last time?
I was frightened last time.
I was frightened one last time, yeah.
So it means you hit it exactly with a 27.
24 and miss. And with my final attack, I miss.
This AC is 30, Jesus.
It is. Yay, math.
But I suppose they should have a lot of AC. They're freaking rock monsters.
Yeah, they're literally armor plated. Well, we're back to the top of round 4. We have the wizard leading us off.
My first action, I will use Elf Step to step 10 feet, going to the east, closer to my friends, and out of the range of the thing that wants to hurt me very badly. And then I'm going to drop a fireball that should hit all 3 and not hit Jeb.
Thanks, dude.
Then we need... This is a fireball, right?
Correct, this is a fireball.
Reflex saves. Wow. We've got 131.
Success.
Then we have a 19 and a 21.
Both failures. And this is a 4th level fireball, so 8d6.
That wasn't garbage.
33 damage. And that is my turn.
Big hit on that one. So the one that is next to Jebediah is going to burrow straight down into the earth. After being blinded and shot with a fireball, this prey isn't worth it.
It's that delicious dog meat.
That delicious dog meat. There is a shoonie who needs to make another recovery roll. This time is DC 12. Gets the 12, reduces the dying condition to dying 1. Takes us over to another of the boulettes. This one also dives straight down and burrows deep into the earth, which takes us then to Jebediah. There's one remaining boulette.
I will definitely attempt to destroy the bullet. How does a 24 feel?
That'll miss.
How does a...
Oh, I thought that was going to be a nat 20.
Fuck, that looked like a 20.
And Turtle will try 2 attempts as well.
Bring it home, Turtle.
You'll get 33.
That'll hit.
18.
Damn, don't forget that sneak attack damage.
Oh, shit.
It's just 1d4?
Yeah. Never gets better, too. It's kind of stupid.
Oh, it never gets better? Oh, that's too bad.
And the natural one.
Good old nat 1.
Alright. Yeah.
Alright. Then after Jebediah and Turtle, Moonlight, it's your turn.
So while this one's laughing and rolling around on the ground, Moonlight's going to glare at him with a 36 against their will DC.
Critical success.
Okay, so they are frightened too. And then while I glare at them, they start to see horrible, horrible things in their mind as a phantasmal killer comes to kill them in their brain.
Well, this boulette must be the most unlucky boulette, because for the second time versus a Moonlight spell, it critically fails
Oofta.
with a 14.
This is Phantasmal Killer, so I need a Fortitude save.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. 36.
Okay, so it saves. It just takes 12d6 mental damage.
Only.
It takes 49 mental damage.
That's some good rolls.
Those are
there.
good rolls. Look at those rolls. That is
Damn.
crazy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sixes. Not bad.
And only 1-1.
Yeah, that's solid.
So yeah, 49 damage as whatever it fears the most enters its mind.
A boulette who lives on the Starstone Isles, their favorite meat is shoonie meat. There's just something so succulent about it. This boulette sees in his mind's eye a shoonie that towers in the distance. This shoonie must be 2, 3, 4 stories tall. And the boulette tries to dig under the earth to get away, but the shoonie, with its giant hoe, plows it out of the earth, grabs it in its little dog hands, and eats the boulette. And it's so scared that it dies.
But just the last thing before the light goes out in its head is just these 2 pitch black eyes staring at it.
Yes, take a hero point, Swanee. Love it.
Nice. I have no idea how many hit points it had. I don't care.
Do you want to look? You could see.
I guess I didn't even look. 46 excess. It had 3 hit points.
It had 3 hit points. That's why when I found out that it was only a D4 on Turtle's sneak attack, I was like, oh.
Oh, it could have killed it.
Well,
it's good and killed, anyways.
since that one's super dead, one of them was previously had its throat ripped out by a turtle, and the other 2 are retreating.
There's one
Bunch of
still
dead
making
Soonies I gotta save.
saves, right? That we need to rush over and save.
You guys wouldn't necessarily know that, but yes, that is currently.
Well, I could
what's
rush
happening.
over and make a medical check and see if any of them can be
I'll just
saved.
rush over and
Or
just
pop a 3-action heal, yeah.
Well, let's see. Peach Pie would get there first. That Shoonie's still alive. That Shoonie's still alive. So there's one more. So unless Peach Pie, unless you can stabilize.
I can battle
You could
medicine.
battle medicine.
Oh, you can battle medicine. Absolutely. Okay, yeah. Then Peach Pie would get there first.
All right. Can I see which one's hanging on?
Give me a medicine check.
21.
21, you can tell that one of the Shoonies has a larger puddle of blood under it and has stopped breathing. One of them has very shallow, short breaths.
All right. I'll try and make a battle medicine on that one, and I critically succeed.
Yes, you do.
So I heal it for 11.
11.
I possibly would have laughed if he killed it by
If I killed it.
Oh, man.
critically failing his check.
Given Peach Pie's luck.
Given Peach Pie's luck, it has happened before that he has hurt his friends.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Well, you bring that Shoonie up from the... He literally saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and he was about to cross into the boneyard.
dogs go to heaven, dude. I've seen the movie.
No, I know. Yeah, everybody goes to the boneyard first. I don't know where the dog goes after the boneyard. The dog goes... Shoonies go to the heaven afterwards, right?
To the deepest ring of hell.
Obviously.
Where their owner never comes home and there are no treats.
No.
Or their owner never comes out of the bathroom. I'd say that'd be kind of tragic. They're always just sitting outside the door.
So that's
Like, I know you're in there.
listening to the fan. Congratulations, party. You successfully saved 4 out of the 5 Shoonies. Not bad considering how hard those bullets hit and how little HP they had.
Yeah, but the way that started, I thought for sure we were gonna.
Yeah, I thought they were all dead.
gonna die.
You guys ended up disrupting just enough. It worked very well.
That's what we do. We disrupt.
So as Peach Pie rushes up to the dying,
Flops.
as Peach Pie flops up to the pile of 3 apparently dead Shoonies. One of them, upon Peach Pie's arrival, actually pops his head up. He goes, "Ugh," and he shivers a little bit, but he's obviously alive. You save the one that looks like he's on the brink. And when they come back, they both stand up tentatively and look up at Peach Pie. They're only about 3 feet tall. They're really short creatures. So they look up to Peach Pie. And the one that was faking dead. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sorry about your dead friend.
Did he? He's not. And he leans down. Oh no. And he starts crying. Yeah, there's some whimpers. But a tear is shed.
It's too sad. I'm not doing it. It's too sad. Why is dog emotion so much more sad than person emotion? I don't get it.
You care more about dogs than you do about people,
I
David.
mean, where do you think the sad puppy dog eyes comes from?
He looks up to you, the one that you saved, and he says, "Thank you. Thank you for saving me."
I don't know if you saw, but the other two ran away. I think they'll be alright.
They look off in the direction that you point out.
Well, I pointed like 2 different directions. Arms spread wide.
They went
And-
that way. No, really, they
crossed
really
arms.
did.
Separately, trust me. You know, the one says, they'll find their way back to Fernie. No problem. You saved us.
It's kind of just what we do at this point.
Yes, it is. We're heroes.
To us, you certainly are. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We're just happy we could be of help.
The one of them looks into the overturned cart that they're next to and kind of digs through it and pulls out a shovel.
Oh, you're just going to do it here then? Okay, I'll help dig his grave.
And he does. He begins digging.
Oh, that was a joke. I didn't think that's what he was going to do.
Nope, that's what he does.
That was supposed to be socially awkward.
I thought it was gonna be a magical shovel that he'd give us as a
Actually, I was
reward.
with Spencer. I thought it was a magical shovel.
It takes some time. Does anyone help?
I mean, Peach Pie literally just said he would.
I'm
Yeah,
asking
I
if
help.
anybody else, I guess, would help.
I watch. Is that helping?
Debatable.
I supervise.
He manages. Yeah, he supervises.
There you go. The 2 that are remaining both pull out shovels and they begin digging. And they're silent throughout that time. One of them has a shovel that has runes etched into the spade. It looks a bit like this.
It's the
You've
magical
got a picture
shovel.
of his shovel.
It's a magical
so
shovel
we
we're
were.
getting.
So you guys were right. There is a magical shovel. What the fuck?
Knew it.
It buries the dead, but then they come back to life.
It's Cujo.
Oh god.
Oh no!
It's the Pet Cemetery shovel.
Wizard, as you're watching, your spell slime absolutely is intrigued by and seems to follow the shovel as it's being used to dig.
Well, I mean, what do the runes say? Can I read
It's a
them?
good fucking question. Give me a perception check.
He whoever can read these runes is a giant nerd.
20. Do I see large runes written on a shovel?
You do, but however, it's being used currently. It's hard to read them.
Can I see that shovel for a moment, good sir? Or ma'am? I guess I didn't check for balls or, never mind. Oh,
Yeah, shooneys, it says shooneys, male and females are almost indistinguishable. And, except for in the late stages of pregnancy. It's like, thank you, Paizo, for that distinction.
It's very specific, thank you. The Shuni looks to you and he says, "Well, usually I don't like to... Well, alright." And he steps up out of the little hole that he started to dig, and the other Shuni steps out as well. And he buries it into the earth next to the hole. And he puts his paw on the end of it. And he says in... I'm trying to think of what language a Shuni would specifically speak. I'm assuming just common.
Shadow Tongue.
What? No.
Thessalonian?
No.
Gujarani.
I mean, technically Thessalonian might make sense. No, it would say it in Shuni, so you wouldn't understand it. It says a thing, and the shovel vibrates a bit, and then it's
Oh, it's
Of its
that
own
kind
volition.
of shovel, okay.
of its own volition leaps into the hole and begins shoveling dirt out of the hole on its own.
No. I've lost interest.
I've gained
What you
interest.
hoping it'd do? Like show fucking blizzards from the sky?
No, we wanted it to be the everybody you bury from it comes back as a zombie kind of thing. Which is actually a fantastic idea for a magic item.
That is a really good idea.
It is.
High level item, but still a good item.
Patent.
I mean, I'll still make a check on it just because I want to know what magic it is specifically, but I have lost a lot of interest in it.
Like direct interest, okay.
I no longer want it, I'll say that. 34 Arcana.
Well, hold on a second. It's a rare item, which increases the DC. I gotta double check that.
The 34 doesn't tell me what this shovel is. I'm gonna be upset.
All of a sudden, might be more intrigued.
Just barely. You do recognize the shoonie shovel. And that's literally what it's called. It's a magic item called Shoonie Shovel. Once per day, with a 2-action command, you place the shovel in a starting position and specify the dimensions and directions to dig. The shovel then animates and digs on its own at a rate of 1 5-foot cube per 10 minutes until the task is complete or it is picked up. It can dig through dirt, gravel, sand, snow, or similar loose material.
5-foot cube in 10 minutes?
Yup.
That thing works hard.
But the shovel stops digging if it strikes stone or another solid material. A shoonie shovel can sense if its digging path will cause a building to collapse, harm a creature, or otherwise create significant problems, in which case it automatically stops digging. So the shovel specifically will not harm either like the structural integrity of buildings.
That's
or
Paizo's
people.
way of saying, here's a fun little magic item. Don't go be dicks with it.
I agree.
I do not approve.
Let's find a way to go be dicks about it.
Let's find a workaround.
And as the shovel's digging, very quickly, mind you, I mean, this happens very, very fast. The shoonie that commanded it is looking over it while it's doing its work. It doesn't look like it's sustaining or doing anything magical. It's just watching the shovel work. The other one says, well, where are you guys all from? You're all very interesting looking. I like your makeup, tall guy.
Thank you. It is my face.
Yeah, definitely it's your face. Is it supposed to be something else?
I believe it's meant to be allegorical.
Huh. Well, I'm not really sure what that means.
It's okay.
Yeah, it doesn't know what allegorical means. It's a -1 intelligence modifier. Well, you look like some kind of clown. Are you a clown?
I am a clown.
Wow. What about the rest of you?
We're all from a circus.
A circus?
The Circus of Wayward Wonders.
Well, I think I heard of that. I didn't realize it was coming to the Swordlands. And he looks over. Yeah. Clyde, do you think we should tell the town? They're here. Where are you going? Are you coming to Matt and Cleve?
That is where we are headed at this time.
What's in Matt and Cleve?
Hookers.
We have to go be heroes.
Hookers and blow.
So, wait. Well, obviously you're heroes. You saved us, but wait. What are you doing in Matt and Cleve that requires heroes? It's a bunch of farmers.
It's not specifically Matt and Cleve. It's the surrounding area.
Oh. Well, that's a little concerning. Our village is the surrounding area. Fernie's the surrounding area.
Ultimately, we are going to head to the Wellspring Tower. And we are going to make the farming here better.
Tower. And they kind of look at each other and in whispered voices. The tower.
And then we're gonna lead a Zolgath rebellion to take back the world.
We have considered it.
It will smell very badly.
They both look confused.
But first we're actually, I believe, going to old Kuro's place.
Old Kuro's place? That mean old cuss? We heard of him. He died in his sleep like a year ago or something.
Yes, we were going to go check out if there's any weird things around his death.
Wait, there's no family out there and no will. The place is just moldering out there.
Well, hopefully that means it's been untampered with. I'm Moonlight, by the way.
Well, hi, Moonlight. This is Clyde. I'm Damien.
They've already got names?
Hi, Clyde and Damien. I'm a wizard.
I want one of them to be Professor Pug.
Nope. Well, when you guys come to Matt and Cleve, I'll bring the entire clan. We'll pack that tent. And it's gonna be tons of fun.
How many people are in your clan?
I don't know offhand. Lots.
We'd be happy to see you there.
and we'll be happy to see you. It's the least we could do. If you make your way towards Castanley, I've got a cousin out there named Buralu.
That is very different than the 3 names that we've heard so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Cousin.
We've got Benny, Dustin,
Benny, Clyde,
Damien, Clyde, and Buralu.
Buralu sings to the dead. A beautiful voice. If you ever see him in the hollows out there, maybe talk to him. He could be a good addition. And then Clyde looks at him. He's a really good singer.
If they're dead, why do they need singing to?
It soothes their spirits.
Okay.
The dagger at your waist, Moonlight, vibrates a little bit. I don't like these dogs. I don't like these dogs at all.
Does everybody hear that?
Yeah, out loud. The Shooneys are looking around at each other where is that? Where did that come from?
Moonlight, what if we buried your dagger with poor Benny?
Why would we do that?
I find him annoying.
He barely says anything at all.
I find him unnerving.
Well, most people find me unnerving too, so...
That's a fair point you have made.
The Shooneys look really confused right now, because you guys are having a conversation with and about the dagger that Moonlight now finds themselves holding. Moonlight, the dagger says,
Yes?
in your head this time, you should just bury me right into the chest of Clyde. He's just begging for it, don't you think? Give me a will save.
Oh, God.
A success or a failure?
Success.
Okay. Moonlight will say out loud, that seems a little drastic at this time.
You hear what sounds like almost like a buzzing exhale from the dagger, and then it goes silent. What was that all about? What was that sound? Is there something in your pocket? Do you have a fairy in there? It's part of the circus, right?
What? Oh, no. That's just sorrow. And the dagger is just in my hand. Right here.
The Shoonie takes a step back. Both Clyde and Damien take a step back and go, "Oh yeah, that's nice, nice little blade you got there. It talks.
It is, isn't it? Yes, it does.
They both look like, the hackles go up on both of them, and they get really shifty-eyed.
I mean, you've got a shovel that digs itself. What's wrong with the dagger that talks?
It feels wrong. Well, anyways, we should get going. Yeah, here, let's just... And they quickly go and they bury Benny. But they're quick about it.
Well, we've got lots of things to do too, so we should be on our way.
Yeah, we'll see you at the show. Yeah.
You have your burial rites to take care of. Moonlight will start walking away. Oh, did what we came here for. We saved him. Now we got work to do.
So, to Old Kuro's place.
To Old Kuro's place.
No, that shows we gotta go to Mattingly first. The road moves from Mattingly to Old Kuro's.
If you want to follow the path.
Can we cut cross country?
If you wish you could.
I guess it is a sward land, which means... Isn't sward just short grassland? It's probably really easy to cut cross country.
It would be relatively easy. You basically have fields and things of that nature here.
Oh, well, I guess, what does everybody say? Kuro's place first and then to Mattingly?
We don't need to go to Mattingly at all. We wanted Kuro's place and then we wanted the Wellspring Tower.
Then we want Wellspring Tower. Okay, fuck it. Kuro's place then.
Which, at this point, we should probably be able to almost see the tower.
Yeah, you're close enough. Let's see. At 4 squares equals 5 miles. No, not quite yet.
Well, by the time we get to Old Kuro's place, we should, though.
Yeah, you'd be able to see it on the horizon at Old Kuro's place. I only need one thing, and that is a survival check to avoid getting lost. This is an exploration activity.
I think it was a thing that we never bothered with because Spencer had no direction or something like that. And
here we go. Sense direction. Using the stars, the position of suns, traits of geography or flora, blah, blah, blah. You attempt a survival check once per day to avoid getting lost. Without a compass, you take a -2 item penalty, but with a success, you gain enough orientation to avoid becoming hopelessly lost. And with a critical success, you gain an excellent sense of direction. You know the cardinal directions exactly. If you find the right place, you could shoot straight east off of the Verdant Passage Road.
Like I was saying, I think we never bothered with it because Spencer had no direction.
And do you still have no direction, Jebediah?
Yeah, just a cantrip.
Yeah, then that means we still don't really need it. Getting to Old Karoo's place is relatively easy. Jebediah and casting no direction as a cantrip can easily, with the map, get you to where you think you need to be. You're crossing through a lot of farmlands here. So a lot of small farmhouses with outbuildings, fields of all types. You come across a lot of diversity. When you get to where you believe Old Karoo's farm is, it's easy to spot. It's overgrown, it's run down, and when you're looking at it from a distance, it almost looks like the roof actually caved in on the main farmhouse. And you see that there are two buildings, the main farmhouse and the barn. And you approach.
A mysterious and deadly haunting, an abandoned house, and foreboding music. What could it all mean? Find out next time as we continue the Extinction Curse. And until then, may you have many great adventures of your own.
It's your turn.